Rain Reborn with the Kansas City Monarchs continues. Dan Vaughn, along with Mark Brandmeyer, owner of the Monarchs. And first of all, Mark, how you doing? Good to see you. Have you recovered from the championship? Have you finally got some sleep and got some rest?
Dan, yes, I have finally got some sleep, got some rest. I did have to get a new phone because that champagne shower doesn't work with iPhones very well. So, but I'm all set now. I got a special cover for next year that is completely waterproof. So I'm set.
What a ride it was. Have you had a chance to kind of sit back and look back and say, man, that was a heck of a run. That was a heck of a run, wasn't it?
You know what? It really was. And I'll tell you, for my first year, in this business, it's going to be hard to top that. We set, so many records with our 69 and 39 and the home run records that we set. And then the quality of just the team in the clubhouse, just to the man, everybody commented about what a great clubhouse we had. And I think that just really speaks to the organization, to Jay Hendricks and Mark McKee, who really helped set the tone for the organization. It was a great year. I'm only reflecting in that it was my first year, and I can't imagine what next year is going to be like.
Mark Brandmeyer, owner of the Kansas City Monarchs. Dan Vaughn with you, voice the Monarchs on Rain Reborn with the Kansas City Monarchs. I'm going to take you back a couple press conferences ago. If I'd have walked up to you then and said, brother Mark, you're going to be a champion in your first year, and it's going to just be a record-setting year, would you look at me and thought I was crazy?
Yeah, would have had no idea really that was going to take place, and so to be where we are right now, just incredible. The one word that kind of comes to my mind is just grateful.
Sure.
Grateful to the great staff that we have here. We got the best announcer in the business, of course, and then grateful for the interns that we got to interact with, the players, the staff, just the top quality group all up and down the line. And I really feel, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like we kind of came together as a family, really.
Yeah.
A real Monarchs family. So it was special.
And I'm going to jump to that. I'm kind of bouncing around because you led me to that. I got written down here, family affair. I got that feeling. I think I said it over and over again on the broadcast, thanks to the Monarchs family. Your family's involved. Family members of staff were involved. It is one big family. That's an atmosphere that you've really fostered and created. And I think that's been your goal. Am I putting words in your mouth here? That was the goal to create that?
From the very beginning, our thought was, how do we really create a community? How do we create a community here in Kansas City, Kansas, where all of Kansas City can really embrace the Monarchs, the history, obviously that name just conjure up images of Satchel Paige and Buck O'Neill and the famous Jackie Robinson. So it really has become a regional community. If I look at where and we've had a chance to kind of analyze, where our fan base is, it's really all over Kansas City, from Shawnee and Olathe up to North Kansas City, all the way out to Blue Springs, and then all the way to Topeka. People drive in all the time, to see this great ball club and be part of the Rain Reborn, the new history. It's exciting times.
My name's Dan Vaughn. Mark Brandmeyer, owner of the Kansas City Monarchs, with you here on Rain Reborn. I also want to just talk about the museum situation, because that's such a great story. And first off, the Monarchs name, and you just mentioned it. You mentioned Topeka, Olathe, really all over Metro Kansas City. It is a way of uniting. This name unites a community.
It really has, we have a great relationship with the Negro League Baseball Museum. I think we're both very proud of our partnership together. A portion of all of our ticket sales and merchandise goes back to support the Negro League Baseball Museum. I think about the great Buck O'Neill, who is up for potentially
Right.
a Hall of Fame inductee. He's been nominated. And I think about what Buck originally did, and that was to really capture and retell the stories of the Monarchs and the Negro League teams, and what they meant for not just Kansas City, but for baseball, this nation, really largely responsible for the where we are from an integration standpoint right now. And who wouldn't be proud of that heritage?
When you approach Bob Kendrick, walk us through that. I mean, we talked about that. You've talked about it in many interviews, but I want to ask you from this standpoint, was it a slam dunk? I mean, I know you felt it was a slam dunk, but was there some nervous moments where maybe, I don't know, will this idea float?
I think Bob was a little bit more nervous than I was. Of course, I bought the T-Bones in 2019, and then ran headlong into the pandemic. And Dan, you were part of that, and so gracious for everybody's patience and sacrifice as we went through that process. To a man in this organization, employees sacrificed both compensation and time, really, as we went through this process. And so I couldn't be more thankful to those individuals and grateful for the sacrifice they did make. But then I went to Bob and I said, hey, I have this idea. I think it's going to be good for Kansas City. They were going through the pandemic too. Very hard on a museum to not have any visitors. So it was a tenuous time for them, but we were able to come together and really work out this plan. It's fostered on a relationship of trust between Bob and I, and how I'm going to handle the Monarchs name moving forward, and then obviously the support that they need, and then also that they give us. And I think it's been exciting for the museum. I don't know, today they just came out.
Right.
The U.S. Mint has commemorated a coin, especially for them, to honor the Negro Leagues, that they're going to be able to market and help promote, and a portion of those funds are going to go back to support the Negro League Museum. So great times for Kansas City, great times for the Negro League Baseball Museum, and great times for the Monarchs.
Ray Reborn with the Kansas City Monarchs, Dan Vaughn talking with owner Mark Brandmeyer. All right, Act 2, Season 2 coming up for you. The schedule's out now. First off, let me ask you about the schedule, how you feel about it. You have a chance to look at it. Your initial thoughts. I'm just glad to have it out. I mean, that's probably as big of a thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing. I think it's going to be some incredible baseball is going to be played this summer. We're really excited about the schedule, and then getting people back out here to the ballpark. What's going to be great is, last year we hosted the Houston Apollos, which were a travel team. We're not going to have to do this year because we got the Dock Hounds from Maconowoc, who are new members to our league, and we welcome them, and excited to have them on board. But what that allows us to do is really go back to 50 games. Right. So we're going to host our fans here for 50 fun nights this next summer, and looking forward to that. But we're also going to be able to do some other events. We had a great time with our Taco and Tequila Festival, so we're definitely going to do that again next year. But we're going to add some additional events that really make this stadium, what it is, and that's such a great community gathering place.
Couple more things here. One of those events, Savannah Bananas.
One of those events is Savannah Bananas, and man, is that bananas?
It is. I got my bananas here. I got my bananas here. That's going to be fun. Also, I've talked about this a little bit. The stadium just has gone through a metamorphosis. Phenomenal what it looks like now. What are the plans for the facility? Was kind of a phase one with the Stadium Club, with the Legends Club. Where are we at going forward? What can fans expect looking forward to year 2 for the ball?
I think, we ran headlong into the season. I think we were still painting the walls in And God bless my wife for putting furniture together, on opening day. I mean,
It is a family operation.
affair.
Right?
Nobody worked harder than she did.
No doubt.
And if you look around this stadium, my name's not on it. It's Valerie's name, because she just did such an incredible job. But we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop and rest on our laurels. We're going to continue to improve the stadium. We learned a lot this year on how to best allocate and where the best areas are. We're going to improve on those. This year we hosted the women's professional soccer.
Right.
Couldn't have been more proud to do that. And I think had we not done that, I don't think they would be to where they are right now. Right. And so they're excited, but they're going to move on over to the sporting stadium, which is a soccer specific stadium, much better venue for them. And so we're excited about that and their future, but it also opens up all of left field for us. We're going to be able to really program a lot of different areas. One of the very special things we're doing is we're working with the Variety Club to put in a handicap accessible playground, so that all kids of all ages and will be able to utilize that playground. And it's going to be this will be one of the most handicap accessible stadiums in the country.
Awesome. We could go on forever. I got to ask you just a couple more things here, or only one more thing here on Rain Reborn. Joe Caffpietra. You just inked him to an extension. You got a gym there. I know you know this, but you're a believer in Joe Caffpietra.
I really
and
am.
The plan he has.
We've worked with him for a number of years now, and he is just a prince of a guy. We couldn't be more proud of our association with him. He brings that Italian home cooking feel to the clubhouse. Right. He really cares about each individual player. If I were a player, he'd be the manager I'd want to play for. Our goal is to help these guys get to the next level and reach their dreams. Sports is such a great development tool for young people, and we're helping these guys get to reach their dreams. And that's kind of what baseball is all about. The movie Field of Dreams is a perfect example, of you build it and you build the right culture, and people will come.
Final thing, have you sized your rings yet? Are you already you got to pick out a design? Are you can you let us in a little secret there? Or are you going to keep that under wraps?
No, we have that under wraps right now. Jay and I are working hard on putting that together, but I promise you, I have seen the designs, and you couldn't go bad with any one of them. But I think we have one specific one that we're really excited about, and it won't be long before we are rolling that out.
Mark, appreciate your time here on Rain Reborn as always, and it's just a pleasure being a part of the family. Go Monarchs!
Yeah. Keep it going, buddy. Appreciate it.